Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This week's video I am going to be talking about some valuable lessons that I've learned over the last 4-ish months, and going to kind of give a life update and what's been going on. And my name's Austin. I forgot to tell you guys that in the beginning, but let's get right into the video. So, the last 4 months I have been seeing someone, and that kind of leads into the life lessons that I want to share with you. The relationship has since ended, and neither one of us is fully innocent, and neither one of us is fully to blame for the end of the relationship. The reason our relationship ended is because a vital piece of being in a healthy relationship did not exist. Neither one of us communicated to each other effectively in the relationship. He wanted me to do things that I didn't want to do. And instead of voicing the desire not to do those things, I went along with it. I didn't voice those concerns. And something that you guys may already know from other videos is that I have mental health struggles. I deal with depression, anxiety, I'm bipolar, I have a eating disorder, and when I get into a relationship, I talk about these things all the time. I inform the potential partner, that I have mental health struggles. But 2 things that I don't talk about often is that I have abandonment issues. I have trust issues. Because there are only 3 men in my life who have not walked out. My uncle, my brother, and my stepdad are the only 3 men who have not walked out of my life. So I have trust issues, and I have abandonment issues on the male side, if that makes sense. Like, in every relationship that I have ever had ended at 4 months. Well, our 4-month anniversary, if you will, was just coming up, and I started to get anxious, started to get nervous. The trust issues, the abandonment issues all started to come out. But I wasn't talking about it. I was hiding it. Not gonna lie, I moved in with this man way too soon. Sooner than I should have. But regardless of that aspect, I would hide when I had anxiety attacks. I know I come on here and I talk about my anxiety, I talk about my depression, but I would hide it from him because it's not a pretty sight. It's not the image that I want a partner to see. And one night I had an anxiety attack right in front of him, wasn't expecting it, and just couldn't stop it. And he asked me what was wrong. And I told him, nothing was wrong, don't worry about it, all good. Well, then it happened again, and again. And then he asked me what was wrong, again. And I told him I wasn't strong enough to talk about it. Because that anxiety was coming up because of my abandonment issues. So the next day, I mentioned that I want to talk about what happened the night before. Says, not right now. Okay, that's effective communication. But the next day, I needed to get it off my chest. I needed to talk about it because I needed reassurance in the relationship. And he didn't like that. He didn't like that I mentioned it. He didn't like that I was having those issues. And he said that me talking about it was pushing him out the door. Okay. Clearly, you didn't appreciate the relationship. Clearly, you are not the person for me because you can't handle when I have issues. Wanted me to talk about it, but didn't want to hear it. So, that relationship ended. The valuable lesson that I learned out of this is don't move too quickly. Like, we moved way too quickly. But I learned I moved too quickly. I allowed myself to not say no. And in this video, I said that I wasn't going to focus on relationships. That men were the cause of my weight gain, rapid weight loss, and this one was no exception to that problem. I was working out. I mean, I wasn't doing great before I met him, but I was working out. I was eating semi-right and at the top of my game, mostly. And I met him, and he said I looked fine. So what did I do? Stop going to the gym. And he didn't like that I was eating not a lot, so he would complain about the fact that I wasn't eating. So what would I do? Eat. No exception. And when our relationship ended the way it did, I didn't eat for 2 days. When the issue happened, I was too upset to eat. The next day, the issues continued, so I was too upset to eat, which caused me to lose quite a bit of weight. And I'm finally getting back to where I want to be with my food, eating right, and doing the things that I should be doing. The gym, I haven't started going back to the gym yet, but that's coming. But, yeah, that relationship ended, and I learned a valuable lesson. To really learn to say no. Learn to say no to things that I don't want to do. Learn to say no to people when I should see that they are not the people that should be a part of my life. There's not really a good way to segue, but my brother's girlfriend said it. If a person, be it man or woman, cannot accept your child, they cannot accept you. This is for parents, but because children are there for life. Even after they're 18. I'm a father. My child is going to be my top priority till the day I die. I can't help it. She's my pride and joy. She's the one thing that keeps me grounded. I mean, honestly. But my partner, ex-partner, the issues were because we couldn't communicate, were totally opposite. Like, he's a money spender, I'm a money saver when I can. He was, in my opinion, open to open relationship. I am not. So we were two different type of people, and I think that is really what did us in outside of lack of communication. And I had really high standards. Really high. When I first started talking to him, I was like, you know what? We'll try one more time. Lowered my standards because this guy seemed like he hit most of the bubbles. Turns out, he was like all the rest, and our relationship ended. But enough of that. My channel is going to become another priority of mine. I have not been taking the time to film, I have not been taking the time to edit, and I hid it from my ex because he didn't like it. So my channel is going to become somewhat of a priority for me. I am coming to you with more fitness related content. I'm going to be doing things like, not necessarily like this, but more journal type videos every once in a while. But I want to make this more of a priority. And I have a 3-month-long challenge my cousin and I are planning on doing. So that's coming in about 3 months. And I'm going to do weekly challenges in between. One of the challenges that I plan on doing is I'm going to walk 5 miles. I did it partially last week, but I'm going to walk 5 miles on a under desk treadmill at work every day for the next 2 weeks. And we're going to see if that does anything for my fitness. We're going to see if it does anything for my physique. I don't think it will. I think it's going to just be another thing that I do at work. Eventually, 1 week out of the next 3 months, outside of the challenge that me and my cousin are going to do, I'm going to walk all day, 5 days a week, for 1 week, at work, on the treadmill. And that's my goal. In the next 3 months, I want to be able to do that. We'll see. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. But they say walking's, at a good pace is a good form of exercise, so maybe. We'll see what happens. I might do it. I don't know. I won't be able to film any of it. I won't be able to film any bits of my 5-mile walk. I won't be able to film any bits of walking all day on the treadmill because the type of job I do now, very private. Very much against having electronics on the floor. So, I won't be able to do that. The only electronic device that I can have is my Apple Watch. Not sponsored. So, I'll have to do everything with my watch. I've got the activity, Apple Activity, I'm not sure what it's called, but I have that I'll be tracking everything with, so that you guys can see some type of evidence that it did happen. But those are some videos that I plan on doing, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if these videos actually come to light. We'll see if I ever trust a man again. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have any other relationship advice, leave it down in the comments and hit that subscribe button. I know that I'm very far in between uploads, and I'm sorry for that, but hopefully I can come back to this channel and give you guys the content you deserve. But thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay loyal,